Out here in the shop today, we got a new project. This is a 1999 Suburban, 3/4 ton, 454 four-wheel drive. Truck's not in bad shape. No rust on it that I can find. The interior is missing the 2 back seats, which is okay because right now there's twice as many seats as I need. It doesn't run. The motor may be no good. So far what we've done, got it off the trailer, which was kind of a hassle because the winch died, and put a battery in it. We're gonna hook this up and we'll see what happens. Okay, we got the battery in. The light came on, so that's good. We're gonna crank it, see what happens. My guess is nothing. Did stop on the way home and put gas in it, so I know there's gas inside.
I don't hear a fuel pump.
Hit the switch. Okay. Let's go back here and listen for a fuel pump. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's no fuel pump. No fuel pumping. So just for curiosity, let's spray a little ether in it, see if it runs at all. Ooh, nice air filter. I'll be the fuel pump.
Be gentle with her.
It's a big block.
Here we go.
It's not the timing chain, but okay. Okay, we've been digging around a little bit off the camera. I pulled this off. I was gonna try to get back and look at the distributor, but I didn't want to because it's really a pain in the butt. So we were looking in this fuse box here, and the ECM fuse was blown. So we put that in there and it tried to fire, so I put my spark plug back in because we checked compression and it was good. Now we're gonna see if it'll start again. Might not run because it doesn't have the mass airflow, but we'll see what it does. Sounds like it's got a really bad exhaust leak. Okay.
Let's put that mass air, plug the mass airflow back in.
Okay. Set this here. Yeah, go ahead and hit the switch again. I got it plugged in. Yeah, it sounds like there's something rolling around in the oil pan too. I don't know. I'll get under it and look at the exhaust and see if anything looks weird. Okay, we're under the truck. I found that the O2 sensor was out of it. My theory at this point is that it started knocking, and then to sell the truck they removed the O2 sensor to try to cover the noise, because if it just blew out, which I haven't really heard of, I feel like it'd still be dangling here, or at least the part of the harness would be, but it's been removed from right there. So I got a bolt in there with a little bit of header gasket and a hose clamp to quiet the truck down, and now we're gonna crawl out from under here and start it up and see how bad it sounds. All right, let's see how bad it is. That sounds real bad. It's got another exhaust leak of some sort on the passenger side. But yeah, it don't sound good. It did move back and forth under its own power, so maybe the transmission's okay. But yeah. Got this thing backed up out from in front of the door. It did move here under its own power. It does not sound good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to start pulling this motor out. I guess to start with, I'll probably start with the fan shroud and the fan, then try to drain the radiator without making a huge mess. And just try to get more room so I can kind of see what I'm doing, because it's kind of packed in here pretty tight. I've never worked on a big block in one of these before, but I'm assuming it's like a big block in anything else. So we'll get started tearing it apart. Making a little progress. Got the fan and the upper and lower fan shroud out. Got the battery and the airbox out to get a little better look at everything. Good news is that's the first look of the motor mount we've seen. So I'm gonna try to get the antifreeze out of it without making a mess. As far as I can tell, there's no petcock on these, and the radiator hose is above the frame rail, so probably gonna make a mess. But all right. Been working for about an hour on it. Got most of the wiring unhooked off the front of the motor, so all that's unhooked. Still got a few wires on this side that run down the back there for the starter and stuff. So those will have to get unhooked. Got the radiator out. Obviously, all the coolant lines are unhooked. So another couple hours, hour or so of work, this thing will be ready to pull out. I'm gonna pull this bracket off in the truck to leave the power steering attached, to try not to lose any more fluid, because I've already made quite a mess on the floor, which is pretty normal for me. But yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight. We'll come back tomorrow maybe and get this thing ready to pull out of here. Okay, got this power steering air conditioning mount off the motor. That way we can leave the power steering pump hooked up and try not to make more of a mess in the floor. Been underneath here today. Working on getting the exhaust out. So, upside down. Got the exhaust off. It's sitting over there. That gives us a little bit more room. Not a lot, but a little bit more room on that bell housing. If you can't get to those bolts, probably just unbolt the transmission from the transfer case and pull the whole thing out at once, because I don't want to fight with it in here. But that's where we're at so far. Another update for you based on the amount of tools out. You might tell we've got some work done. Anyways, the motor, as far as we know, is about ready to come out. We got all the hogshead bolts out, got all the torque converter bolts out, which one was missing and one was loose, but the other 4 were tight, so that was good. Right now we're just trying to figure out where to hook the chain on this thing, because there's no hooks on it. Probably gonna bolt the chain onto this upper intake, or got a hole here on the cylinder head we can go to. But that should be the next clip, would be the motor coming out.
probably not been changed for 3 or 4 days.
It's kind of
Nasty.
shine your light on it.
Looks like it's definitely got some
Some glitter in it.
little glitter. It is Christmas time.
Yeah. I'm really kind of worried that we're not going to drain the oil fast enough and it's going to... I saw something in the catch can there. I'd hate for it to overflow. It is shiny oil though. That's nice.
Very, very pretty.
No chunks though.
Man, that's nasty looking.
It is not good. And this is how you do an oil change on your 99 Chevy Suburban.
There she was.
Hmm.
I bet that won't go back
I
in.
bet it won't either.
Camera on or off. We don't
It's
I don't telling people that. Shade tree in here.
Alright, to end this video, I thought I'd go ahead and pull the pan off and see what was going on. As you can see here, there's a lot of metal. And then when you get down here in the bottom, there's just chunks of metal that have been shredded in the motor. So that's going to end this video, and the next video will either be rebuilding this motor or finding a replacement to put in the Suburban, depending on how bad it is. 'Cause there's, oh, that's a nice size
Oh yeah.
chunk of something. But yeah, anyways, that's where we got to with it on this video. If you like what you see, make sure you hit subscribe, and we'll see where this project goes. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.